I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, 'cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Good morning, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thanks for joining. Hey, I got to tell you something. Whiny, childish, immature men are really never going to cease to amaze me. Look, we don't talk a lot about different relationships here because we're not relationship experts. Okay? I think the easiest way to describe it is simply this. Most men who come here are not going to be relationship experts. And most men that have been here are not going to be relationship experts. If a guy comes here and he's like under 20, under 30, okay, how many relationships does he have to settle the point of being an expert? He's pretty much probably already failed at a couple. And for the vast majority of expats that come here, they also have had failed relationships. For us, and even I, okay, to give advice on how to have a great relationship is a serious misdeed. That's for sure. That being said, for you to take the advice of others on relationships, I would make sure I take or at least see the advice from a lot of different points of view. But that's not what this is about. What this is about, men complaining, whining, and sitting in their sorrows about their failed relationship here in the Philippines. What the hell is your major malfunction? Okay? Really, think about this for a minute. We hear every excuse, and you see all these YouTube videos on my girlfriend cheated on me, or my spouse left me, or this or that, or it's over. Yeah, okay. Shit happens, buddy. That kind of stuff is what happens. Whining and drowning your sorrow in libations is not going to change the fact that it happens. First, you have to look at yourself, I think. Okay? Then you have to look at her, And then you can make a decision, and it still won't be right most of the time. You can't sit there and whine and cry over a failed relationship.
Emotional damage.
It's going to happen to people. There are a lot of great relationships. There are a lot of expats who have gotten into great relationships. And there are a lot of expats that have had very lengthy, long, great relationships. Look at the number of expats that have come to the Philippines, found a partner, brought that partner to the U.S., lived in the U.S., and then came back, retired here. And they are terribly happy, and that's great. Now look at all of the YouTube videos that are also about guys that have gotten into relationships here, and those relationships have failed, and how sorrowful and tearful they are. Get over it. Quit dwelling on it.
Emotional, damn it!
Okay? You're not going to move on until you get past it. And if you don't get past it, it's nobody's fault but your own. Quit feeling sorry for yourself. It's not special. There are failed relationships in the U.S. There are failed relationships in Australia, in the UK, or all over the world. Okay? They failed for specific reasons. Now, what those reasons are, there's a million different reasons. Okay? And if your relationship wasn't strong enough to get past that, or if you as an individual weren't strong enough to support that relationship, or if your partner as an individual wasn't strong enough to support that relationship to keep you both happy, then move on. Get over it. Whining and crying about it is just absolutely absurd. Don't be a dingleberry, okay? We know you're hurt. That's to be expected. You didn't expect that to happen. So it hurts. Oh my, I'm so sorry. I don't have anything, I don't wish it upon anybody. We certainly want everybody to be happy. But being happy is getting past it, moving on, and finding the next relationship that makes you happy. Your next relationship could be one with a lot less restrictions. In other words, you know what? My relationship now going forward is going to be, I'm going to have a relationship with a girl on Tuesday and Thursday, and I'm going to have a relationship with a different girl on Wednesday and Friday, and I'm going to take a sabbatical on Saturday and Sunday and watch the latest basketball playoffs and football playoffs or rugby playoffs or golf or whatever your passion is. Okay? That's some people. That's the answer that some people have. Some people have an answer of, you know what? I'm just going to look for the right girl. Great. No problem with that. But some people can't get past it. The little crocodile tears about what's going on and happening, it just is past the point. I mean, are you an adult or aren't you? Sometimes shit happens in your life that you're not happy with. Okay, then do something about it. Do something about it. Change of venue, change of idea, change of the type of girl that you're looking for, or guy, or whatever your preferences are. All right? Look at yourself and then say, what's it take for me to be happy? How am I going to go forward? What are the qualities of the person that didn't exist in this failed relationship, and how am I going to put those qualities forward in the next person? Don't sit here and cry about it. Don't mope about it. All right? Don't be going and saying, you know what? I'm over it. I'm done. Well, okay, you're over it. You're done. What are you going to do? Bar girls? Freelancers? Celibacy? Abstinence? Shit. The gamut goes from one end of the morality spectrum to the other. And where you want to find yourself being happy is up to you. But whining and crying about the emotional stress of the relationship not working
Emotional damage
out, that's nobody's issue but yours. Oh, I'm letting it known that my partner cheated on me and it can happen to you. Dude, that can happen anywhere. Not only can it happen in the U.S., it can happen anywhere from New York to Miami, from Miami to San Francisco, okay? And every part of the U.S. in between. If I knew the geography of the U.K. well enough to say London to Scotland, that's a city to a country, never mind. But You see what I'm saying? Wherever it happens, okay? Quit whining about it. Don't drown in your failure, because it's not a single individual failure most of the time. And don't sit there and put all the blame on another person. My girlfriend cheated on me. Was it a scam? Or were you, maybe. Or maybe you were a worthless goddamn boyfriend. Maybe you were a piece of shit to her. Maybe you were perfect and she was just a piece of shit. You see, there's room for blame on both sides of the coin, and nobody's going to know where that lies but you. Okay? If you look at yourself and take an honest look at what transpired, then you've done the first thing of getting past it. But don't do that next week or next month. Do that today. Get over it today. All right? And move on. Going to bed at night and crying over the love of your life being gone. Hey, if you've made every effort to try and reconcile that and it doesn't work, if you've been a cheat, if she's been a cheat, if you've been a man whore, she's been a slut, hey, shit happens, buddy. Get past it. It can happen anywhere. It is not, by any way, shape, or means, the Philippines does not have that type of what's the best word to use? The Philippines does not have a cap or a number one global spot for that type of situation. It happens everywhere. In fact, for many of you, that's maybe why you came here. I would suggest it's just like buying a car. If you bought a Yugo, you got a piece of shit. If you got a piece of shit girlfriend, well, that's the same thing as buying a Yugo. It was a mistake. I bet you didn't buy another Yugo, did you? All right? Then don't get the same kind of partner. Don't get the same kind of girlfriend. The world is big enough for you to find the right person. And it's big enough for you to be the right person, because you have to measure that. Are you a worthless piece of crap? I hope you're not. I really want to think that men that put forth the effort to come here are not, and that they're honest, straightforward, and upright about what they're looking for when they're getting involved with other women. But that's not always the case. In fact, I would love to hear from Filipino women where men have been the primary reason their relationship failed and what their faults were. That would be interesting. Drop us a line and let us know. Hey, look, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And please, even if you have subscribed, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It really helps us with the algorithm. Secondarily to that, Arlene and I will be going on vacation next week, or week after, actually. My daughter arrives. We'll be doing videos of our travel through the Philippines with my daughter, who'll be here for close to 3 weeks. So our uploads might be a little bit intermittent. But other than that, hey, it is what it is. If you happen to be in the Bohol area, particularly in Panglao or in the general area, drop us a line, let us know. Maybe we can meet for coffee or for a drink. We'll be down there amongst other places. If you think that I've been too rash, if you think I've been too difficult with relaying this information, feel free to comment. Feel free to tell me that It's just not the way it is. That's fine. Okay? Perhaps I am. But I'm not going to sit there and say, you know something? It's okay to whine and worry and complain and blame everything but yourself. And then I'm not going to sit there and say you should contemplate and readjust your entire life for months and months on end until you're ready to go face a new strategy for a relationship. Do it today. All right? Life is too short for you to spend your retirement or vacation or whatever dealing with something that failed. Get off that horse, or actually, you already fell off that horse. Get off the ground and get back on that horse, or carabao, or well, I guess we could be a little bit more graphic, but not. Either way, we hope you had a great day. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again.